Hi guys, my name is Hannah and today I will be presenting on the Zika virus, an emerging pathogen. So just as an overview, the Zika virus is a type of arbovirus and it's part of the flavivirus family. It's an envelope virus as seen in the diagram on the right, and Aedes genus mosquitoes are typically the reservoir, and it has a plus-sense single-strand RNA genome. The disease thus far is only found to occur in non-human primates and humans, though there has been research in animals such as horses and goats and cows. And while these animals can be infected by the virus, they don't show any symptoms and are not able to pass it along to other animals. So in most cases, the symptoms of this virus are really mild. Some people might not even know they're infected, but they can include rashes, edema, vomiting, myalgia, and arthritis. But the main concern is microcephaly in fetuses and other neurological issues. As you can see here, this is the normal size and shape of a baby's head, and then with microcephaly, you can see the size is a lot smaller, a little bit more misshapen, and then severe case of microcephaly is a lot more misshapen and a lot smaller, and these babies usually don't survive a lot longer after birth. So in the wild, this virus normally cycles between mosquitoes and non-human primates, and then in urban areas, it goes in a circle from humans to mosquitoes to humans again. And even though mosquitoes are the main way this is transmitted, humans can also transmit it to one another. So this can be through mother to fetus. There's been viral RNA found in the amniotic fluid, and there's also been viral RNA found in sperm samples, so it can also be transmitted sexually. So at first, the Zika virus, when it was found in Uganda in 1947, didn't seem like that big of a deal. There were some cases in Africa and Asia, but it was never to the point to cause people a lot of concern. But then there was the Yap Island outbreak in 2007, and this is when it started to show that it had emerging pathogen potential. And then from there was an outbreak in French Polynesia in 2013, and it began to spread through the Pacific Islands until it got to Brazil in 2015, which is the main outbreak people associate with this virus. And then from there, it continued on to spread through South America, into Mexico and the Caribbean. And then, so in the Yap outbreak, about 70% of the population contracted the disease, which is a big amount, but there were no cases of death and there were no severe symptoms reported. So in Brazil, at first, it didn't seem too concerning until around September of 2015 when the cases of microcephaly in fetuses began to grow in number. So that's what got the Brazil Ministry of Health's attention. So they began to put more research into why these case numbers were rising so fast. But it wasn't until February of 2016 when WHO issued a public health emergency of international concern, and that's when the CDC started issuing different guidelines and preventative measures for people to take into mind. The R0 value was around 2.2 before the main outbreak in Brazil, and then it ranged around 1.0 to 4.3. So currently there is no vaccine for this virus. There's only preventative measures to be taken. And it's just, this Zika virus is so different from other flaviviruses, and it just has its own set of unique receptors on its envelope that researchers are still studying, and they just don't understand its pathogenesis yet. It's very host specific to vertebrates, and it has its own host range, and so it just requires a greater deal of studying. And the good news is kind of that after 2016, the number of cases began to greatly decrease. So right now, the virus is of little to no concern. So hopefully this will give researchers the time they need to develop a vaccine and treatment so that if this disease is ever to spread again, hopefully we'll be more prepared and there won't be any big outbreaks like there was in Yap in Brazil and French Polynesia. So anyways, thank you guys for listening. Hope you learned something new about the Zika virus today. Thank you.